I just know I'm gonna get hate for this one. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about movies that revolve around being in a video game. Take Player One, for example. The main reason I hate these types of movies is there's always this underlying theme that video games cause violence. People who play video games are super violent. There's always some boomer lines in them as well, even in Free Guy. So, video games are only as popular as the internet has it that week. Take Fall Guys and Among Us, for example. They were probably considered popular for only a week before falling off. So say the year is 2020 and someone decides to add Among Us to the script. Now in 2021, that would be considered cringe and ridiculed across the internet. There would be a million reviews of the movie saying it was a lame attempt of being hip and cool. So with the internet moving at lightning pace, the movie would be outdated before it even hit the screens. Now that leads us to something that Ready Player One did. Ready Player One crammed a million little references in. However, the references were all old movies, so how did all the old references fly? Well, they didn't. Multiple critics, well not so much as critics, but YouTubers and some online reviews publicly stated that they didn't want any references. I think they were perfectly valid in their opinion. I have a question. When you watched Wednesday, the Netflix show, I guarantee you know the one, were you scared that she might die? How about in Stranger Things, were you scared that Mike, Will, Eleven, Dustin, Steve might die? Now take those fears away. Imagine if the character just regenerated. That's something that I see a lot in video game movies, and in my opinion, it just makes for a bad movie. So that means the story has to carry the movie, and more often than not, it doesn't. So yeah, it's a small complaint, but I feel like it's an important one. So what happens when the writer realizes the idea couldn't last longer than a short film? They add a love interest. Don't get me wrong, I like it when a film has a love interest. It could bring out interesting parts of a character that we couldn't see with a best friend or family member. It brings out a whole side that could use to flesh out the character more. We may see hidden emotional aspects in the character, but in movies like the ones we are talking about, the character is so one-sided, it's annoying. Their personality is flat as cardboard. I just hate it when a love interest isn't used in a creative way. I actually really like how the love interest was used in Free Guy. So we see an aggressive side of Millie. We see her trying to prove she was the creator of the AI inside Free City. So when we see her opening up to Guy, it's a really pleasing sight. Then later we see that Key specifically designed that character for her. So it ends up being really heartwarming. So this is kind of like the love interest, but if it's a story about a video game, stop making something happen in real life. Submerge us more deeply in the world you had created. Which leads me to another thing. So I just feel with video game movies, they don't get very creative. The main thing to remember when making a video game movie is that you could basically do whatever you want. You have infinite control over all your movie ideas, production, everything. Or at least as much as the studio lets you. So go crazy, have a blast, stretch your creation as far as it lets you. Don't make a bland character or waste time with a motivational love interest when the story doesn't need it. So anyway, that's all. Thank you for watching. That's all I had today. This video had some rocky development. However, I got it out as early as possible. I really think you guys are going to like the next video I make. I'm going to be talking about actual video game movies. I've been testing out different edit styles, and soon you guys are going to see quality content. Please like and subscribe and comment something. Comment your opinion, comment anything you want, because hey, it's like a video game movie. You can comment anything you want as long as YouTube doesn't take it down. See ya.